Welcome, have a nice day. Today is Thursday, 22nd of August 2024. From the history point of view, on this day in the year 1894, India witnessed the birth of the National Indian Congress (NIC) under the leadership of none other than the Mahatma Gandhi. The formation of NIC was a response to the rampant discrimination faced by Indian traders in Natal, South Africa. The Madras Day, the founding day of the city of Madras, now called Chennai, is observed also on the same day, 22nd August, every year, the founding year of Madras in 1639. Starting the newspaper analysis with the newspaper, The Hindu states that head of Ukraine visits Prime Minister Modi, says India supports peace in this region. Prime Minister Narendra Modi addresses Indian diaspora during a community event in Warsaw on August 22, 2024. Modi said that for decades India had a policy to maintain distance from all the countries. On the eve of his visit to Ukraine, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Wednesday said that India was a supporter of peace in this region, as he reiterated that this is not an era of war and any conflict should be resolved through diplomacy and dialogue. Addressing the Indian diaspora in the Polish capital, Mr. Modi also said that India had a policy for decades to maintain distance from all the countries. However, the policy of today's India is to remain close to all the countries, he added, aimed at chants of Modi Modi. Manipur audio clips establish Chief Minister's complicity, says Cookie Zone MLAs are seeking his prosecution. Manipur Chief Minister and Byron Singh during the 78th Independence Day celebration at a secretariat in Imphal on August 15, 2024. The MLAs claim authenticity of leaked the clips purportedly confirmed by Chief Minister Byron Singh's brother. Manipur's Tianko Kizo MLAs on Wednesday, August 21, 2024, issued a statement saying they had taken note of the leaked voice clippings alleged to be the Chief Minister and Byron Singh purportedly admitting his complicity in the ethnic conflict. They said it established his complicity beyond an iota of doubt, demanding that the commission of the inquiry set up by the Center to probe the violence expedite its process to prosecute the Chief Minister of Manipur for his crimes if he is guilty is established. The MLA also called for his removal as Chief Minister so that he can be supported from influencing the outcome of the probe against him. Dalit Adivasi bodies take to streets in the protest against the Supreme Court's sub-quota decision. Bhim Army Chief Chandrasekhar Azad with the others during a protest at a Jantar Mantar aimed Bandh against the Supreme Court August 1st decision on the issue of the SC/ST reservation in New Delhi on Wednesday, August 21, 2024. Dalit and Adivasi groups protest the Supreme Court judgment and demand sub-categorization, clarity, law nullification and caste census in India. Coalition groups representing more than 21 Dalit and Adivasi associations nationwide held protest marches and roadblock raids on the Wednesday, August 21, 2024, against the Supreme Court's August 1st judgment, demanding that the center clear its stand on the subcategorization, bring a law to nullify the judgment, and conduct a caste census to reveal the real situation of different castes in India. Early in the day, Union Minister Chirag Paswan joined a host of prominent opposition leaders from across the parties to support the peaceful protests against the Supreme Court's judgment allowing the subcategorization of the SC quota, saying on Wednesday that he and his party, the Lok Jan Shakti Party Ram Vilas and NDA Alive, morally supported the protests against the Supreme Court's decision on SC/ST reservation. Now going to the Hindustan Times newspaper also states that explosion at Andhra Pradesh pharma plant kills 16 injuries 30 others. At least 16 workers were killed and 30 others injured in a massive explosion that ripped through a multinational pharmaceutical manufacturing unit in Andhra Pradesh on Wednesday. 15 killed, 40 injured in a blast in at Andhra Pradesh pharmacy factory. Achutapuram Inspector of Police M. Buchachi said the first information report FIR in the case will be registered soon. Anna Kapali, a superintendent of police M. Deepika, said that exact cause of the explosion in the reactor was not yet known, but resulted in a fire that gutted the entire factory and trapped the several workers inside. The accident also caused a thick smoke to cover the company's surrounding area. The loud noise from the explosion caused panic among the local villagers. The name also stated that peace effort. Prime Minister Modi began his visit to Poland, Ukraine. Prime Minister Modi at the Jam Sahib at Navan Nagar Memorial at the Good Maharaja Square, Warsaw, Poland. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Wednesday said that he would discuss the peaceful resolution of the conflict in Ukraine as he embarked on a crucial two-nation European tour starting in Poland. Modi, who landed in the Polish capital Warsaw on Wednesday afternoon, is the first Indian premier to travel to the country in nearly half a century. Since Morarji Desai in 1979, on August 23, Modi will become the only Indian head of the government to visit Ukraine since its emergence as an independent nation in 1991. People familiar with the planning for the visit said on condition of anonymity that India and Poland were exploring ways to enhance cooperation in the defense and security and to import more hefty relations that had been in limbo for decades. Poland is now the sixth largest economy with the European Union and will hold the presidency of the 27-nation bloc in 2025. Since the start of Russia's invasion of the Ukraine, Poland's defense budget grew in real terms by 46%, and the country plans for further 10% hike in its defense budget in 2025. The people cited about the point to this as a factor for increased interest in the bolstering India-Poland defense cooperation. India recently posted a military attaché at its embassy in Warsaw for the first time in decades. Chandipur virus claimed 28 lives in Gujarat since July month, says Health Minister. Chandipur virus is mainly transmitted by vectors like mosquitoes and sandflies. Chandipur virus outbreak in the Gujarat has claimed the lives of 28 children under the age of 14 since the first case was reported in July month. Health Minister Rushikesh Patel informed the State Legislative Assembly on Wednesday. According to Patel, the state has reported 164 cases of viral encephalitis with 101 children succumbing to the infection. Out of the 164 cases, 61 were specifically caused by the Chandipur virus, which is known to cause fever, flu-like symptoms, and acute inflammation of the brain. The virus is mainly transmitted by vectors like mosquitoes and sandflies. The health minister assured that the state legislative assembly on Wednesday that the situation is now under control, with no new cases reported in the past week and no deaths in the last 12 days. Kerala High Court not to extract or preserve cabins of critically ill men. In order to Justice V.G. Arun said the petitioner has admitted that there is no possibility of getting a written consent from her husband due to his medical condition, and no statutory provision exists in Act to deal with such an issue. The Kerala High Court has allowed the extraction and preservation of a critically injured man's sperm without his written consent in order for his wife to conceive through an assisted reproductive technology procedure. Section 22 of the ART Regulation Act 2021 mandates a written informed consent from all the parties for all the steps linked to the ART procedure, including the extraction and preservation of gametes. Clinics and banks shall not cryopreserve any human embryos or gamete without specific instructions and consent in writing from all the parties seeking assisted reproductive technology according to the Act. Moving towards the economy of the country from the banking and finance point of view, NCLT OK's ICICI security delisting shares plunged 7.44%. Shares of ICICI securities, which went public with an initial public offering IPO in April month of 2018, fell by 7.44% to rupees 7,185.95 on the exchange on Wednesday. ICICI Security shareholder will receive 67 ICICI Bank shares for every 100 shares they hold as per the approval scheme. The National Company Law Tribunal (NCLT) Mumbai on Wednesday approved the delisting of the ICICI Security Limited from the stock exchange, rejecting the objections raised by the certain investors. Shares of ICICI Securities, which went public with an initial public offering (IPO) in April month of 2018, fell by 7.44% to Rs 785.95 on the exchange on Wednesday. The proposal earlier approved by the shareholders in the March month of 2024, with the 72% of minority shareholders in favor, involves ICICI Securities becoming a wholly owned subsidiary of ICICI Bank. ICICI Securities shares show a shareholder will receive 67 ICICI Bank shares for every 100 shares they hold as per the approval scheme. Employment growth in the corporate sector declined to 1.5% in the financial year 2024 BOB report. Based on the data reported in the balance sheet of a sample of 1,196 companies, the employment growth declined to 1.5% in financial year 2024 as compared with the 5.7% in the financial year 2023, according to the Bank of Baroda report. The employment seen in the corporate sector is not too encouraging if the latest data is any indication. In absolute terms, accretion in headcount was under 1 lakh in financial year 2024, while it was at 3.3 lakh in financial year 2023 BOB report. Commerce Minister blames e-tailers for predatory pricing and warns of social disruption. Steve's Amazon points to Rs 6,000 crore loss as a sign of predatory pricing. Union Minister Piyush Goyal. Going to the world news, including Sheikh Hasina gone, her party leaders in hiding. We could sense the anger. She did not listen. United States President Biden speaks with the Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu on Gaza ceasefire talks. Independent United States presidential candidate RFK Jr. to drop out of press report. Israeli military intelligence head leaves post, takes responsibility for October 7 failure. Sweden begins a brown bear hunting season with the conservationists a warning of 20% drop in the number. Reinhardt for the United States visit from August 23. Talks on pending big-ticket defense deals on agenda. According to the Science and Technology Indian Council of Agriculture Research, Penn State teams makes a tool small enough to edit plant genomes. A close-up view of the paddy in the Bali, Indonesia, September 22, 2020. Researchers have expressed hope a new miniature genome editing tool will help rice crops become shorter and less prone to damage during the cyclones. In a genome editing landscape law on opticians of plants, the new tool has scientists enthusiastic about its applications in agriculture. For chocolate, cocoa, powder, eggs, and butter are all the ingredients to make sweet treat you crave. Chandrayaan's Pragyan rover offers evidence of magma ocean on a young moon. Pragyan rover rolls out to the lunar surface as seen by the Vikram lander's lander imager camera August 23, 2023. As the Pragyan traveled around 100 meters from the lander over the 2 weeks, it occasionally stopped to observe moon dust with its instruments. A long night awaited the Pragyan rover on the moon as it bid farewell to operators at the Indian Space Research Organization. One last time, the sub-zero temperatures proved too low for the suitcase-sized rover. 14 days after landing on the moon as a part of India's historic Chandrayaan-3 mission, the rover went to sleep forever. What is vaccine-derived polio and what are the available vaccines against polio virus? Here are explanation. A health worker administrators of polio vaccine drops to a child during a vaccination campaign in Karachi in June 2024. More than 90% of vaccine-derived polio virus outbreaks are due to the type 2 virus present in oral polio vaccines. A 2-year-old child in Turikila, Meghalaya, has been infected with the vaccine-derived polio. This is not case of wild polio virus. but an infection that presents in some people with the low immunity, the Union Health Ministry said on Tuesday, August 2024. Class, there's a famous quotation said by Nelson Mandela, whose full name was Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela. Birth anniversary 18 July 1918, after 5 December 2013. Was a South African anti-apartheid activist, politician, and statesman who served as the first president of the South Africa from 1994 to 1999. He was the country's first black head of the state and the first elected in a fully representative democratic election. His government focuses on dismantling the legacy of apartheid by fostering racial reconciliation ideologically. An African nationalist or socialist, he served as the president of the African National Congress ANC party from 1991 to 1997. Mandela was a controversial figure over much of his life. Although critics on the right denounced him as a communist terrorist, and those on the far left deemed him too eager to negotiate and reconcile with the apartheid supporters, he gained international acclaim for his activism, globally regarded as the icon of democracy and social justice. He received more than 250 honors, including the Nobel Peace Prize. He is held in a deep respect with the South Africa, where he is often referred to be the Thembu clan name, Madiba, and described as the father of nation. Mr. Mandela says a very famous quotation. He says that I admire young people who are concerned with affairs of their community and nation, perhaps because I also became involved in the struggle whilst I was still at school. He also says that a winner is a dreamer who never gives up. Mr. Mandela says, I never lose. I either win or learn. Okay, thank you.